and welcome to season 4 of my podcast. Today, my guest is Jayashree Ayyengar, who retired as a Hindi teacher and pursued her PhD in Hindi literature post-retirement. She is a published author, educationalist who has won many national awards. She is my paternal grandmother, and I lovingly call her Jayupati. Hi, Jayupati. Welcome to my show.
Hello, Vedant. I'm very happy to be on your show. Yeah, tell me now. You can ask me any questions.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah.
So, Jayupati, what motivated you to pursue your PhD post-retirement?
Vedant, from my childhood, I wanted to be a lecturer. And my friends, all they had done their doctorate. So that made me take up as a PhD. And my mother, she was very interested. And your tata, who encouraged me to do my PhD.
Was it hard to get the PhD?
It was not that hard. But then, yes, I enjoyed it doing because after my retirement, I did my PhD. I had a lot of time. I enjoyed doing PhD. And my PhD was on children psychology. So it was very easy for me to do it.
What did you learn from your PhD?
Vedant,
Studying?
Learning means from the beginning, I love children. I was with the children. I was a teacher. So for 38 years, I worked with my children, students, and I knew their mentality. And I felt that many a times, maybe I was not good in my dealing with my students. But after reading the books, I felt I should have been better. That's what I learned when I did my PhD.
I think I will get a PhD when I grow up.
Definitely, the way you are going, the way you are doing the work, definitely, Vedant, sky is the limit for you and you are doing your best part. So, all the best for you.
Thank you. Going back in time to your childhood, how was it growing up in a small village called Kurdwadi?
Yes, very nice question you asked, Vedant. If I go back 50 years, I feel that it was in a very small village where the basic amenities were not available. But then still, your great grandfather was in railways. Your great grandmother, she was a teacher. She was a motivator for me. She was the one who always used to motivate for my studies and all everything. Though we had very less comforts, very less, what I say, that the education, basic education like English and all was not there. I studied in Marathi medium, a very small village it was. And I think in my class, hardly 20 to 25 students used to be there.
That's very nice. It must have been really calm and peaceful in the village, right?
Yes, you are right, you are right. No gadgets, nothing, only classes and come back. And a huge ground we used to have. We used to enjoy playing, we used to enjoy studying. We had very good friends, and it was really a fun living in a small village.
Are you still in touch with any of your school friends?
Yes, because of nowadays this WhatsApp groups and all, I am in touch with my friends, not only friends, Vedant, even we are in touch with teachers. That's really gives me a pleasure.
You moved to Kolhapur to do your MA and you were a stage performer. Can you tell me a little about your life then?
Vedant, I was not a stage performer, but I was a very good announcer, I should say. I used to organize the programs. I used to take up dramas and direct it, right? And it was not a very big stage. It was only to the college level. And we used to do it. I was a very good, what I should say, a very good announcer. I used to take up the programs and I used to do it. People used to enjoy it. And that's what I can say. I was not a stage performer.
And how was your life in Sholapur?
Solapur, yeah. See, after from Kurdwadi to Solapur, I came. I joined my graduation there. I did my graduation, I did my BA there. And then that time, your great grandfather was transferred to Kolhapur, but then it didn't happen. So I was forced to go to hostel. I enjoyed my that stay there, and I did my MA in Kolhapur, and I did my graduation, that's BA in Solapur.
What is your MA in?
That was in Hindi only, Vedant. My entire study, that is like from first standard to 12th standard, I did my education in Marathi medium. And after that, I took up Hindi as my special subject, and I did my BA, MA, and PhD in Hindi. So I love Hindi.
Those are lots of languages. How many languages can you speak?
I can speak Tamil, I can speak Telugu, I can speak Marathi, English, Kannada, Telugu, and a bit of Gujarati and Marwadi.
That's like 8 languages.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. Always.
I only know.
Vedant, it's always to be a very good in languages, because that is the one source where you can be connected with the people. And when you are connected with people, you are connected with the world. That's why I always used to tell children, learn more and more languages, which will give you lot of knowledge and confidence.
So I know English,
Yes.
Tamil,
must be Telugu, right?
No, a little bit of I know Chinese, and Hindi. So just
very good, Vedant. Very good.
4 languages. My father told me that you are also a radio artist. So that means I inherited my podcasting skills from you. What kind of shows did you host?
Yeah, I told you in the beginning only, Vedant, that's really a God gift, I should say. When I see the mic, I feel like talking. And you say that you have been inherited that. That's really a God's grace. And I want you to continue that. I think you are entering into the 80th episode. That's really a great job you are doing. Congratulations, and all the best for you for further your podcast. And like you say, the experience means I used to conduct the educational programs, cultural programs, and any other program. If I have been given the list of the program, I can conduct the shows. That is what I used to do. And now also I am doing. But because of this pandemic, I am not able to do that.
So from being a radio artist, how did you start your career in teaching?
See, Vedant, go back to 42 years back in 1980. I got married to your Gitu Tata. And then when I came to Bangalore, I knew only Hindi and Marathi. So as a Hindi teacher, I joined the Carmel school. And then afterwards, I didn't turn back. I continued teaching there. And I could not join any radio station or anything because I was not that good at Kannada. And that was a hurdle for me. So that's why I couldn't pursue my radio programs, or I should say announcer work. But then I enjoyed my teaching life.
My father also tells me that you were his teacher. Was he a naughty student?
He was not a naughty student. But I should say sometimes he used to be lazy, sometimes very active. And I'm very happy that he scored throughout a very good percentage. Like even in SLC, he got 92%. I was a very proud teacher being teaching to my son.
Teaching Hindi to non-Hindi speaking students must have been very hard. And you won a national award for this. Can you share more about your teaching experiences?
Yes, Vedant. The journey started with my own experience, because I was not non-Hindi speaking student, but I was non-Kannada, like other languages I didn't know. So I knew that it's very difficult to learn any language with Hindi or any other language. So I adopted few methods. Like I used to deal with many students whose mother tongue was Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, especially Kannada. And conversing with them in Hindi, it was very difficult. And I never believed in translation method because it gives a very wrong method. I'll tell you one small, not story, how it gives a very different meaning. Like there is a one saying in Kannada, sorry, in Hindi, Hawa khane jana. Hawa khane jana means what? To go for a walk. Suppose if I ask you what is the meaning of that, tell me, what will you say? Hawa means what? Air.
Wind.
Wind, yes. Khana means what?
Eating.
Eating. Or hawa khane. Jana means what?
Go.
Go. Now, if I ask you what is the meaning of that, what you will say?
Um.
You will say, I went to eat air, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the wrong thing. Hawa khane jana matlab to go for a walk. So I never believed in translation method. So I used to conduct the activities, card activities or chat activities, and tell them how the language should be built. Or when you are having your food, when you are having a time, when you are with conversing with the students, I used to give them grace marks, give the points to them, and that is how I made children to learn Hindi. And that is the paper I presented to NCERT, and I was awarded.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Vedant. I'm very proud to take the congrats from my grandchild. Really, I'm very happy. I'm blessed.
My father also tells me you wrote lots of textbooks. Did you use them while teaching?
No, yeah, I do use, but Vedant, I didn't write the textbook. I Sampadan means that was a collection of that. See, I was connected with people, not I should say people, the writers. I used to take the articles, their stories, and their interviews, everything from them. And then we used to jot out what is good for first standard, second standard, third standard. And Vedant, I'll be very happy to tell you that in this process, your father, that is my elder son Jaisima, and your grandfather NG Geeta Prabhu, they were very supportive, who told me that this chapter you take it for this class, you take it for 8th standard, you take it for 7th standard. And that is how I was motivated by them, and I came into the book writing, I should say.
Like I have a podcast every week,
Mhm.
my father tells me that you wrote a column in the newspaper every week. Who did you interview?
I interviewed Vedant, that was, I should say, again 20 years back. In Bangalore, there was a newspaper called Rajasthan Patrika. And they used to have weekly column called Apna Shahar, where we used to interview the people and the art and culture of Bangalore. And then afterwards, seeing my writing, seeing my our people asking about that article, they enlarged the topic, and about the Karnataka, they asked me to write. So nearly, I should say, I'm very proud to say that I met very good writers, great writers, and I took interview. But the thing is that time media was not that powerful, or I should say we had no computer gadgets or electronics gadgets where we could record it. But I had very nice time with taking the interviews with the great people and the poets and singers of Karnataka.
Of all the people you had interviewed, which one was your favorite?
Favorite was B.R. Chaya, a very good singer. I met her, very down to earth personality. Me and Tata, we both of us, we went, and she really treated us very well. Though she was a very good, I mean, what I should say, a well known singer. I interviewed her. She, in return, gave the answers to me, and it was a wonderful I should say, uh, pleasure. That moment was very nice. It was very good. And I think one more author, a very great writer, Vedant, that is Dr. Nisar Ahmad. No, I interviewed him, and that was, I should say, that was my lifetime interview, because such a great author, but down to earth, he welcomed us, and very casually he spoke. And though his journey was very great journey he had, but in a very simple way, how the science student can be a author, a poet. That was I learned from him. Really a wonderful person. Many people I met, and this interview I will not forget. That was my lifetime interview, I can say.
It seems like I've inherited the interview skills from you too.
Maybe Vedant. Uh, no, but I think maybe or may not be, but you are doing a wonderful and excellent job. Keep it up.
Thank you. A lot of Indian kids now live outside India and are not exposed to Hindi. Can you share some tips for those who want to learn basic communication in Hindi?
Now, Vedant, your this what I can say, computers and Facebook and Google has come. So, what to give the tips? I don't understand them. But the first thing I feel that you should at least basic knowledge of your speaking skill you should have, and that if you learn, there are so many tools nowadays. In olden days, it was not there. When we used to teach children, we used to converse with them. Conversation is only the one way where you can learn the language. First, try to understand what you are going to say, and then only you can learn the language. Vedant. So, first, communication skills you must develop, then only you can learn the language.
Listeners, please try to learn Hindi so that when you come to India, it will be easier to communicate.
Vedant, very good. You're telling, please learn Hindi. I would say, tell children, tell students, not only students, but I would request parents also, ask your children to learn more and more languages, because nowadays parents are only focusing on science and technology, whereas you have a beautiful world in literature. If you are good at literature, you can be good at anything. So try to learn more and more language. Maybe Hindi is one of that. I don't say only stick on to Hindi.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn lots of languages.
Good,
But my
very good,
parents
Vedant.
aren't that much. My parents are also learning with me.
Okay, very good, very good.
What are your hobbies?
Uh, Hobbies, like I love to listen the music. I'm not a good singer, but I can judge the singing. That's a skill I got. I wanted to be a singer, but you can't be everything, right? But I love to listen the music. I love to write, and that's all, Vedant. Not much, I should say. Reading is also my hobby. Yes, tell.
Those are really fun hobbies. Even I
Yes,
like reading and listening to music
yes,
and writing.
Vedant. Yes, reading is the vast thing. Always, your tata also tells, and that if you read one book, it's like visiting the 100 places, right? That's why keep on reading the books, and it will give you a knowledge, right? Sitting in one
Yes.
corner of the room, and you can enjoy the culture. You can enjoy the, what you can say, the heritage of that place. Everything you can do. Of course, nowadays the media, it's there. Google is there, but reading the books and the holding the book, it's like really wonderful, amazing feeling. I feel books are the
Yeah.
best friend of human being.
Yes. You can just go to different places while sitting at your home using a book.
Yes, yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. See, everybody can't go to every place, right? It may be very difficult for them to visit the places. So
Yes.
I feel that, see, Vedant, one thing I'll tell you, now the media has come. But before that, when we were students, we never knew the historical places, right? That time, what we used to do? We used to take the help of our teacher, and teacher used to explain about that. And that is how we came to know how the First World War, how the Second World War. And so these all things we learned through books only. We didn't have any visual media. Okay. So book is the main source of knowledge. That's what I feel. I believe in that.
Thank you so much for coming on my show.
Yeah, Vedant, you asked me many questions. Can I ask you one question?
Okay.
Okay, that's really a pleasure. Now, Vedant, I want to know how did you enter into this podcast? Who motivated you?
Jayashree.
Jayasima. Oh, that's good. And what about Divya?
She also.
It's a very great moment, I should say. I will not forget this Sunday where you have interviewed me, and all the best for you. And Vedant, one more thing I would like to share, that my one poem, which is dedicated to the teachers, that is been sung in many schools, not only in the school but in All India radio station also they have taken it, and in Kashmir and all many schools, that is the morning prayer for them, and I'm very proud of that song. So I will just sing 2 lines of that. Can I?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. And the lyrics are written by me only. So just listen to that. I think even the listeners will love to sing. Of course, I am not a very good singer, but I will try to do it. Okay. गुरु तेरे बिन मैं भटकता रहा, गुरु तेरे बिन मैं उलझता रहा, गुरु तेरे द्वार पर मैं खड़ा रहा, बिन विद्या के मैं अड़ा रहा, गुरु तेरे बिन मैं भटकता रहा. This says Vedant that the Guru is the supreme, and without Guru you can't do anything. And this episode I would like to dedicate to all my teachers, co-teachers, and the teachers in the world who are doing the great job. And I'm very thankful to my guide, Dr. Parshuram Shukla, who really helped me to take up my PhD. Of course, in that great person, even your father, he has met him, a very down-to-earth person. I feel that everyone should be like him. So Vedant, thank you very much inviting me on your show. I'm really lucky to have a grandson like you. God bless you. Okay, bye-bye.
Dear listeners, follow my Facebook page, Curious Vedant, to get updates on my upcoming episodes. To listen at leisure on your phone and get notified about future episodes, subscribe by searching for Curious Vedant wherever you get your podcasts, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and many more. You can also listen to my show on curiousvedant.com. Thank you for listening to Curious Vedant, and don't forget to rate and leave comments